Look, here's the thing about getting older, especially after you hit 75. You've probably heard the same advice from everywhere, from well-meaning family, maybe even some less informed articles online. Just keep walking. Steps are all you need. I get it. We've all been sold this idea that continuous, low-impact activity is the ultimate key to longevity. But let me tell you what happens when you spend decades seeing bodies that have failed, and then watching how they rebuild. My friends and I, we're a group of orthopedic surgeons, and between us we've got over 40 years each inside the operating room and on the rehab floor, from Tokyo to Toronto. We are the ones who put the broken pieces back together. And here's our shared, undeniable truth. The walking is enough message is fundamentally wrong for seniors over 75. It simply does not match biomechanics, surgical outcomes, or what we see in real patients every single day. When you truly understand anatomy, you start asking questions that the young tech CEOs and supplement brands never want to answer. How can walking rebuild muscle that has already begun to waste away? How can walking restore balance if the tiny stabilizer fibers, the ones that keep you from tipping, are never activated? How can walking truly strengthen your bones when there's no real load, no tension, no resistance pushing back? And most crucially, how can walking alone prevent a devastating fall when the fast twitch reactions, the ones you need to catch yourself, aren't being trained? The answer, honestly, is that it can't. Walking is great, it's necessary, but it leaves critical, life-threatening gaps in your fitness. That's why 22 of us surgeons decided to go searching for the real answers. We reviewed hundreds of medical papers, looked at rehab programs across 9 different countries, and analyzed 297 exercises from all over the world, including the 144 from Japan, where they truly master the art of aging. Most exercises were just okay, some failed completely, but 5, only 5, delivered what science rarely promises: visible, measurable, repeatable muscle restoration and fall prevention, even after 75. We're going to break down those 5 moves right now, and wait until you hear about number 2. It can rebuild lost muscle faster than almost any routine we've ever tested in our combined 41 years of orthopedic practice. Full research references are in the description for anyone who, like us, prefers evidence over empty theory. But before we dive in, a quick question for you. How old are you? Share your age in the comments. We're reading and replying personally to every single one. Let's start with number 5. This is a movement almost no senior practices, but it can instantly awaken strength that regular walking could never reach. It's a simple yet profound way to reconnect with your body's innate intelligence, a connection that often weakens over time without us even noticing. Think of it as a targeted tune-up for your internal GPS system, sharpening its accuracy and making you more resilient against unexpected stumbles. 1. Heel-to-toe walking, tandem walking. Coming in at number 5 is what we call heel-to-toe walking, or tandem walking in the clinic. It looks almost comically simple, but the science behind its effectiveness is fascinating. This exercise specifically targets something that declines rapidly after 75, proprioception. It's a fundamental skill that underpins nearly every move we make, yet we rarely give it a second thought until it starts to fade. You might not use that word often, but proprioception is your body's silent awareness of where it is in space without you having to look. It's the constant stream of information from your muscles and joints to your brain, telling it your body's position. It's what lets you touch your nose with your eyes closed or navigate a dark hallway without tripping. It's the reason you can walk up a flight of stairs without staring at your feet for every single step. It's an automatic, subconscious sense that we rely on for everything. You know what surprised me? After 75, the nerve endings responsible for proprioception, especially those in our feet and ankles, start sending much weaker, less reliable signals to your brain. It's like trying to have a conversation on a bad cell connection. The messages get distorted. A study out of the University of Pittsburgh found that proprioceptive accuracy decreases by about 25% between the ages of 65 and 80. Think about that. Your brain is getting faulty data about where your feet are. This communication breakdown is a major, often hidden, contributor to falls. Heel-to-toe walking forces your brain and body to communicate with much more precision because you're essentially walking a tightrope. You place the heel of your front foot directly against the toes of your back foot with each step. This simple act dramatically narrows your base of support, challenging your balance in a way that normal walking can't. Your brain, suddenly deprived of its usual wide, stable base, has to pay extremely close attention to the signals coming from your feet and ankles to keep you upright. This ridiculously narrow base of support makes your nervous system work overtime to keep you balanced. It's like turning up the volume on that conversation between your feet and your brain. To get the maximum benefit, start near a wall or a sturdy countertop so you have a quick grab point. Safety is paramount. Stand up tall, shoulders back, and pick a spot about 15 feet ahead to focus on. Don't look down at your feet. This forces your brain to rely on proprioception, not vision, to guide your steps. Then, slowly, deliberately, place one foot directly in front of the other. Feel the heel of your front foot make contact with the floor, and then roll through the step to your toes. The goal here isn't speed. It's perfect precision and control. Each step should be a mindful, intentional movement. If you wobble, that's okay. That's your system learning and recalibrating. Just pause, regain your balance, and continue. Aim for around 20 careful steps in a row, twice a day. Research published in the Archives of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation showed that seniors who practiced this for just 8 weeks improved their dynamic balance scores by 19%. Dynamic balance is the kind you need when you're actually moving, stepping off a curb, walking across a slightly uneven lawn, or navigating a crowded sidewalk. It's the confidence builder. It's the difference between feeling tentative and feeling secure as you move through your day. This exercise directly translates to real-world stability. As you improve, challenge yourself by turning your head side to side while you walk. This forces your balance system to work harder as it can no longer rely on a fixed visual point. Or, if you're very steady and have a support nearby, try closing your eyes for a few steps. This completely removes vision from the equation, forcing your proprioceptive system to do all the work. These progressions mimic real-world distractions or poor lighting, making the exercise powerfully protective and building a deeper level of resilience. Regular walking on flat, predictable surfaces simply doesn't retrain that crucial foot-to-brain connection. Your body gets comfortable and complacent. Heel-to-toe walking is the specific, targeted training that reawakens those dormant neural pathways, ensuring your brain gets the clear, accurate information it needs to keep you safe, steady, and confident on your feet for years to come. Now let's move on to number 4, the chair squat. This movement addresses one of the single biggest predictors of whether someone will maintain their independence as they age, the ability to get up from a seated position without using their hands. It's a fundamental skill we often take for granted, but it's the bedrock of functional mobility. Every time you stand up, you are performing a squat. Mastering this movement is like investing in a future where you remain self-sufficient and in control of your own life. It sounds basic, but trust me, it's not. The strength required to lift your own body weight against gravity is substantial, and it's a capacity that can fade surprisingly quickly if not actively maintained. There was a famous study, the sitting-rising test, which found that the ability to easily sit down and stand up was directly correlated with longevity. In this test, participants were scored on a scale of 1 to 10 based on how much support they needed to sit on the floor and then stand back up. The results were staggering. People who struggled, needing to use their hands, knees, or other forms of support, had a 5 to 6 times higher risk of dying within the study period compared to those who could do it easily. That's serious. It powerfully illustrates that functional strength isn't just about convenience. It's a vital sign for your overall health and resilience. So why does this ability decline? After 75, the muscles responsible for standing up, your quadriceps at the front of your thighs and your glutes in your buttocks, start losing mass and strength at an accelerated rate. These are the largest muscle groups in your body, your powerhouse. This process, called sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, really speeds up in your late 70s and 80s. It's a natural part of aging, But the rate at which it happens is something we can directly influence with the right kind of exercise. To put a number on it, the Journal of Gerontology found that adults lose about 3% of their strength every single year after age 75. Imagine that compounding year after year. It's a silent decline that eventually crosses a critical threshold where simple daily tasks become monumental challenges. Chair squats are the most functional way to fight back because they mimic what you have to do dozens of times every day: getting off the toilet, out of the car, or standing up from the dinner table. To do it right, sit in a sturdy, non-rolling chair with your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Your toes should point straight ahead. Cross your arms over your chest or hold them straight out in front of you for balance. Lean slightly forward to shift your weight over your feet, engage your core, and then push through your heels to stand all the way up. Squeeze your glutes and pause briefly at the top, standing tall. Then, here's the key. Slowly lower yourself back down with control. Fight the urge to just drop. Aim for a 3 to 4 second descent. The slow descent, known as the eccentric phase, is actually where a lot of the muscle building and strengthening happens. It creates micro tears in the muscle fibers that your body then repairs, making them stronger. So, don't just collapse back into the seat. Control is everything. The evidence for this specific exercise is compelling. A Tufts University study found that seniors doing chair squats 3 times a week for 12 weeks increased their leg strength by an impressive 28%. But the benefits went beyond just strength. Even better, their walking speed and ability to climb stairs improved significantly. This shows a direct transfer of strength gained in the gym to real-world functional improvements that make life easier and safer. This is something we see constantly in a clinical setting. We have patients who can walk for miles on a treadmill, demonstrating great cardiovascular endurance, but who struggle tremendously with sit-to-stand movements. They have to rock back and forth to gain momentum or push heavily on armrests. This disconnect between endurance and functional power is critical. These are the people who, despite being fit in one sense, ultimately lose their independence because they lack the specific strength for daily living. Aim for 2 to 3 sets of 10 repetitions every day, or at least every other day. Consistency is what builds and maintains the strength you need. If you need to use the armrests to push yourself up now, that's perfectly fine. That's your starting point. But actively work toward reducing your reliance on them. Maybe try the first few reps of each set without them. Over time, you'll find you need them less and less. This single movement is a direct investment in your autonomy. It secures your freedom. At number 3, we have standing hip circles. This is another exercise that most people never consider, but it's absolutely vital after 75. It targets your hip mobility and, crucially, the strength of the small stabilizer muscles that surround the hip joint. These are the muscles that allow you to recover when you stumble or trip. Think about it. When you lose your balance, your body instinctively tries to step out to the side or rotate your leg to catch yourself. If your hips are stiff and those stabilizers are weak, your body simply can't make those emergency corrections fast enough. Research published in the Journal of Biomechanics found that hip mobility decreased by 20% between ages 65 and 80, and this loss was directly associated with an increased fall risk. Standing hip circles hit both problems simultaneously. You move the hip through its full range of motion, while forcing the stabilizer muscles to fire to keep you balanced on one leg. Stand next to a wall or chair, lightly touching it for support. Lift your outside leg so your knee comes up. Then slowly move that knee out to the side, then behind you, and then back to the start. You're drawing a big, slow circle with your knee, keeping your standing leg rock solid. Do 5 circles in one direction, 5 in the reverse, and then switch legs. The key is slow, controlled movement and making the circles as large as your current mobility allows. A clinical trial in Age and Aging showed that seniors who did hip mobility exercises like this for just 10 minutes a day improved their lateral stability, your ability to stay upright when nudged, by 31% over 3 months. Walking only moves your hips forward and backward in a limited way. It does nothing to maintain this full, multi-directional mobility that ultimately saves you from a fall. Now, we're at number 2, and this is the one that might surprise you, because it requires virtually no movement at all. The isometric wall push. This is where we get into the absolutely essential exercises for anyone over 75. And frankly, it's one of the best for rebuilding lost strength, period. An isometric exercise means you exert force against something that doesn't move. You contract your muscles without the joint actually moving. Why is this gold for older adults? First, it's incredibly safe on arthritic or painful joints. No impact, no risky range of motion. Second, isometrics are uniquely effective at building the type of strength that prevents falls. A groundbreaking study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that isometric training increased muscle force production by 35% in adults over 70, significantly better than traditional resistance training. But here's the crucial part. The isometric group showed a staggering 40% improvement in the rate of force development. That's how quickly you can generate force. Exactly what you need when you stumble and have to catch yourself instantly. The wall push specifically targets your core, chest, shoulders, and the stabilizers in your trunk. These are the muscles that allow you to brace and protect yourself. Stand facing a wall, arms length away, palms flat at shoulder height. Now, push into the wall as hard as you safely can, keeping your body in a straight line. You should feel your core engage. Hold that maximal effort push for 10 to 15 seconds while breathing normally. Rest, then repeat 3 to 5 times. You can adjust the intensity instantly. Just push harder or easier. This works the entire muscle chain from your hands all the way down to your legs, teaching them to fire together, which is exactly how your body responds in an emergency. It's safe, requires no equipment, and has been shown to produce significant improvements in strength and stability in just minutes a week. Finally, we arrive at the number 1 exercise, the one that research consistently shows is more important than any other for maintaining independence and preventing falls after 75, the single leg stance. It might not look like much, but its power lies in its simplicity and profound impact on your body's entire stability system. Think of it as the foundation upon which all your movement is built. This simple movement integrates everything: balance, proprioception, hip stability, core activation, and ankle strength, all simultaneously. Proprioception is your body's internal GPS, its ability to sense its own position in space without you having to look. As we age, this sense can dull, but exercises like this sharpen it, making your movements more precise and less prone to error. You know what? Most people don't realize that walking is nothing more than a continuous series of brief single-leg stances. Every step you take, you are balancing on one leg while the other swings forward. This is called the stance phase of gait. During this phase, your entire body weight is supported by one limb, requiring a complex, split-second coordination of muscles from your foot all the way up to your core. The stronger and more stable you are on each leg individually, the safer your walking becomes, reducing the likelihood of a stumble or a trip turning into something much worse. The research here is absolutely remarkable. A major study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine followed over 500 adults aged 70 and older for a decade. This wasn't a small, short-term observation. It was a long-term, comprehensive look into the factors that predict longevity and health. The findings were stark. Those who could not stand on one leg for 10 seconds at the start had an 18% higher risk of death from any cause during the study period. This single, simple test proved to be a more powerful predictor of mortality than many other complex medical assessments. Even more relevant, the inability to do this simple test was associated with a tripled risk of experiencing a serious fall. Let that sink in. A 300% increase in risk identified by a 10-second test. Another study found that training this one exercise alone reduced fall risk by a staggering 43% in adults over 75. This wasn't part of a complicated multi-hour workout routine. It was the focused practice of this one specific movement. You won't find another single intervention, not a medication, Not another exercise, not a dietary change that comes close to matching that result for fall prevention. To do it right, stand near a wall or a sturdy chair for support. Safety first, always. You should be able to lightly touch it if you feel unsteady, but try not to lean on it. Lift 1 foot just an inch or 2 off the ground. You don't need to lift it high. A higher lift doesn't provide more benefit and can actually throw you off balance. Focus on keeping your standing hip, knee, and ankle stable without swaying excessively. Your goal is to be as still as a statue. Try to hold this position for 30 seconds on each leg. You'll feel the small muscles in your foot and ankle working overtime. That's a good thing. Those are your stabilizers firing up. If you can't hold for 30 seconds, don't be discouraged. Start with whatever you can manage, even if it's just 5 seconds, and build up slowly. Consistency is far more important than duration when you're starting out. Do this at least 3 times per day. The best way to make it stick? Build it into existing routines. Do it while you're brushing your teeth morning and night, or while waiting for your coffee to brew. This is called habit stacking, and it's incredibly effective. You're not trying to find new time in your day. You're simply upgrading a moment that already exists. You can do it while washing dishes, talking on the phone, or waiting for the microwave. These small pockets of time add up to a significant investment in your stability and safety. The orthopedic surgeon's key point: during walking, you are only on one leg for a fraction of a second. That brief time isn't enough to challenge and strengthen your single leg stability. It's like trying to build muscle by only ever lifting the lightest possible weight. Your body adapts to the demands placed upon it, but the demand of normal walking is too low to trigger significant improvements in balance endurance. By holding the single leg stance for 30 seconds, you force your nervous system to fully engage all those crucial stabilizer muscles and build the endurance they need to protect you all day long. This extended hold is what creates the adaptation. It trains the neuromuscular pathways to be more efficient and responsive, so when you do encounter an uneven surface or a sudden trip, your body can react instantly and correctly without you even thinking about it. This exercise fills the biggest safety gap that walking leaves behind, turning your body into its own best defense against falls. So there it is. 5 essential exercises that orthopedic surgeons, people who know how bodies fail, recommend above all others for anyone over 75 who wants to stay independent. Walking is wonderful, keep doing it, but the evidence is crystal clear. Walking alone leaves you vulnerable. Your proprioception, your sit-to-stand power, your hip mobility, your core strength, and your single leg stability all need specific attention. The amazing part: these 5 exercises together take less than 15 minutes a day, require 0 equipment, and can be started today regardless of your current fitness level. Start with the single leg stance, the #1 protective move, and add the others over time. Your future self will absolutely thank you for every second you invest in these movements now. This is not medical advice, so please consult your doctor before starting any new routine. But do start something. Take care of your body, because it's the only one you've got. Now, we genuinely want to hear from you. Which of these 5 exercises, heel-to-toe walking, chair squats, standing hip circles, isometric wall push, or single leg stance, are you going to start doing today? And what has been your biggest struggle with staying active or maintaining your balance as you've gotten older? Share your experiences and opinions in the comments below. If this video changed how you think about senior fitness, hit subscribe, because I break down evidence-based health science like this every single week. Real research, no hype, just useful, life-saving information.